Urban Therapy with Sun 752. This your daily Gogetemism number 210. May 3rd, 2015. All right. After the Mayweather fight yesterday, I know a lot of people mad. A lot of people lost a lot of money. A lot of people feel like Mayweather ran from Pacquiao, whatever. I mean, but that's the nature of the game, and that's boxing. But the real problem that people probably have is that they lost a lot of money. There's a lot of money on that on the line when it came to that fight. So people who ordered the fight, if they didn't charge people to come over and look at it, they out of $100 for what could be described as a lackluster fight. And the people that bet other people, so some people who were supportive of Pacquiao feeling bad right now because they lost a lot of money, and the people who bet on Mayweather are probably feeling kind of good now because they won a lot of money, whatever. But that's a gamble that you take, and when it comes to gambling, it's hard to talk some people out of gambling. I mean, there's nothing like the euphoria, the feeling of winning something. Somebody is giving you something, you're getting a prize, you're getting money. Sometimes the prize isn't even money, it's just that feeling of winning, people cheering you on. The agony of defeat, you watching that, but you're the victor, so you looking at it like, yo, I got mine. And gambling can be a very addictive thing, and some people really get caught up in it. So whether you play street craps or CeeLo or pity pat, that's a big game in Philly. I don't know how it's going down where y'all at, but dominoes, spades, all kinds of card games. You play pinochle over here, 500, whatever. Yeah, what I mean. Then you have the casino games like the lottery, blackjack, poker. Gambling. People like to gamble, and the lottery. You got the street lottery and you have the state lottery. Back in the day, a lot of states didn't have the lottery because they considered it to be immoral. But once they got wind of how much money it could bring in, and that people who are so-called moral like to get their gamble on, yeah, they start getting in on it too. So it's one of those things, you have to control your gambling just like you control anything else in your life. And if you don't take control over it, then it's going to take control over you. But all the gambling that ever gets done is not always done just with money. Sometimes people take a gamble on their lives. Sometimes people take a gamble on their heart. And when it comes to taking a gamble on your heart or your life, well, if let's say you practice a lifestyle of unprotected sex with multiple partners, that's gambling, and it's a serious gamble. Some people are going to lose out on that, and the loss that you take could be very serious. Not just in terms of your life, but in terms of other people's lives too, and the hearts and the people that you may hurt. So that's a serious thing that you have to think about. And also, when it comes to gambling in your life, some people race cars, some people race motorcycles, some people just go to work every day and drive to work every day. I remember I had a job and I had to drive up 95 every day to North Jersey from Philly, and I would see fatal car accidents all the time. So tomorrow's never promised to anybody, even though you have to live your life like today is your last day and savor each part of it. But the point is that when it comes to gambling, it's like gambling with your money, or gambling with your heart, or gambling with your life. It's all a gamble, and it can be very addictive, especially when you are used to being a winner. So you have to be careful out here about what you gamble with and who you gamble with. There's a such thing as ass bet, and that's when you gamble. That's when you bet somebody something and you don't pay them on purpose. Like you bet them knowing that you wasn't going to pay them if you lost. Like that causes fatalities. People don't play when it comes to their money. Not only that, but when they feel like they're being played, it's a serious deal. So that's how it's going down. If you have a problem with addiction, I think that there's a hotline called 1-800-GAMBLER, and it's probably a good idea to utilize that. Look into it, because an addiction is an addiction, whether you use drugs or alcohol or whatever. An addiction is an addiction, and gambling is a very serious addiction. If you've ever known anybody that had a gambling problem, you know that they can't keep no money even when they win it, because they want to gamble it back. That feeling of feeling like you could win again and again and again and again is very addictive. So you got to watch out for that kind of stuff. When it comes to gambling with your heart, that's a serious issue because when you put your feelings on the line, when you put your heart on the line, when you try to put your trust in somebody and they violate their trust to the fullest, it leaves you feeling empty and makes you feel like you got played or like somebody just really never cared about you. And whether or not that's the case is not the point. You took that gamble and you lost, and it can stop some people from ever trying that gamble again. And you gotta take that gamble. You gotta gamble in love. You gotta gamble with your heart. You gotta give somebody a chance to do right by you the same way as you risk somebody doing wrong by you. So that's all. You know what I mean? So I wanted to drop them jewels on you. You know what I'm saying? Drop the jewels. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. If you have a serious gambling addiction as far as money is concerned, then call 1-800-GAMBLER and try to get that thing fixed. Get help. And if you've been gambling with your heart and you've been losing, don't be afraid to put it on the line again. Don't get addicted to the gamble, but make sure that you get smarter about the game and learn how to win that game. And if you're gambling with somebody else's feelings, somebody else's heart, stop doing that shit. It's corny. UrbanTherapyWithSon.com. Go check out the website now. My people's D'Amica Mason is doing some crazy good stuff on the website. Go check it out. UrbanTherapyWithSon.com. The Daily Gogetemism Show each and every day, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call in number 347-677-1533. Check it out. Every day. Holler at y'all tomorrow, man. You know what I mean? Be peace. Love you, love. Yeah. I don't know if y'all can see it in the camera. It's right there. I holla.